to go by what you started saying, was that what I like about DC right now is that like just all the overall arcs. Like unlike the previous lady who was before me, I like that whole like go from like Blackest Night where like it becomes a lot, just Green Lantern plus a lot of the DCU, or it can just do like what happened with over Wildstorm with the Dreamscape, which like one a completely just isolated thing, or Superman was going to happen with him in the summer. Just see like these overall arcs just make me like, okay, I don't want to have to pick up like every single book because there's a lot of books I don't like. I don't like a lot of superheroes, but yeah, to see them in the peripheral during like these huge crossovers, okay, they're still there, they're still doing good, they're still actually around. It's good to see them like that. That I really do like, and that I hope you guys keep up with that, keep the energy going through the summer with Superman and with Brightest Day and JLA Generation Lost. Hope you guys keep that up, that energy going. And my overall question would be actually directed to you, Jim. What's going on with the MMO? Me and my friends are dying for this thing to come out. Are you guys still working forward with it? Is there problems going on with something? What's happening?
No, I mean, MMOs are gigantic games. I mean, those are games like World of Warcraft, for you guys that don't know what that is. A massively multiplayer online game. I actually flew in from Austin this morning, where they're actually building the game. I was playtesting it and giving notes on the game for the past couple of days, and it looks great. You know, they're not ready to announce an official date, but if I had to say, it would be soonish. You know, so I don't think I get in trouble for that.
So
but it looks really cool, and the character generator is awesome, and no, and
your executives now, gentlemen.
There's I can't talk about that part, but it was fighting, taking down Scarecrow with the help of Batwoman. That's what I was doing yesterday.
So we're looking at least before the year's out, hopefully.
How many? What?
Before the year's out, hopefully.
I can't say that. Yeah.
All right, thank you, though.
All right, thanks.
Hi guys. Heavy.
One thing I will say, I really like right now, and Jeff, this isn't a knock on you. Right now, my favorite Green Lantern book has been Green Lantern Corps. Peter Tomasi, awesome job. And just those whole family of books in general. So something I've enjoyed from DC very much. One question I have, and Wonder Woman, one of those characters that I sit down and talk to people about, there's no definitive villain or big bad out there for Wonder Woman. It's very ambiguous as to what she's really doing. Do you feel like there's a lack of something that she has to struggle against that makes her a harder character to write for some creators, or is that a non-existent non-entity that I'm just not aware of?
I think everybody needs good villains. I mean, it's really, Flash and Batman have great villains, but everybody needs more good villains.
And then one of the things also, we got Joe Straczynski coming on board for Wonder Woman. He takes over. You wanted to say 600? Yeah, with issue 600, Joe actually starts his storyline and actually pushes Wonder Woman to a new direction. We've got a lot of great talent on that book, hopefully to draw some real attention to what's going on in the Wonder Woman series. But I agree with you. One of the difficulties for Wonder Woman, and several of our other characters, to be honest with you, is the depth of the villains bench. You know, when Dr. Psycho is one of your prime villains, is this little guy, and the other one's Silver Swan. We really need to create a real good, strong rogues gallery for Wonder Woman as well, and I think that's one of the things we'll be focusing on. I think a hero is always judged by the villains they fight and the challenges that are given to them. And the greater the villain, the greater a hero can be. And we want Wonder Woman to be one of the greatest heroes out there, so we've got to create the villains that can challenge her in that fashion.
And my other question is related to DC Universe Online. You have this great library of events and things that have gone on in DC Comics. Is there a plan that you guys can talk about for bringing some of those events and those larger scope things that happen into that online game for players to experience, or is there more of a focus on creating something fairly new with the characters that already exist?
The game starts with sort of a pristine version of the DC Universe Online. So whoever is Batman in the comics is not, it's Bruce Wayne in the game. Once we get kind of set up and started, it's very, very possible, very likely in fact, that we'll actually be able to take some of the stuff that's happening in the comics and kind of mirror it in the online gaming space and and vice versa. So those plans are in the works. It's just, you gotta get the game out there first.
Cool, thanks guys.
You got it? Next up.
Hey there. I want to ask about the price of comics, because I think, like last year, they went to $3.99. You guys added the backups, which Marvel didn't do. They were charging $3.99 for 32-page comics. But I think in general, like you guys are releasing a lot of great comics. A lot of them, because it's $3.99, I'll say, well, do I really want that for a Ravager backup? Do I really want,
Yeah.
some Titans?
Right.
But I was curious, are you guys going to try? I mean, you guys are doing really well right now. Are they going to hold the line and try not to do lots of raise all prices to $3.99 like Marvel's been doing? Because I think that's kind of got a little out of control with 13-page comics.
Let's turn this back to you guys for a second. For the audience, how many people notice the price between $3.99 and $2.99? Okay. How many people make decisions about buying comics because of the price? Okay. How many people bought Blackest Night? How many people bought Siege? Oh.
Be honest.
Yeah, come on, put them up.
All right, get the hell out of here.
Okay? The weird part about it is what we're finding out right now is two things. First one is that if people really want the story, they're going to pay the extra money for it. If they really want it, but it's got to be good. And the other thing we find out is that if they're on the fence, the price will break the book. Pretty much, right? Does that sound right? Yeah. Okay? The last thing we want to do is break the business. Okay? We are meeting with a lot of challenges on costs and things like that we're fighting with. But the goal is to try to hold the price, but if not, try to give you as much value for the book as possible. You want to add that, Jim?
No, I mean, Blackest Night, $3.99, 40 awesome pages, fold outs. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So I think the trick is to give you your money's worth at that price point.
Yeah.
I guess like Blackest Night was worth it, and those books are worth it, but also when you have a book which is going to sell automatically, you know that you're going to sell enough copies, you can generally lower the price too. The books
Yeah, but nobody, honestly, though, nobody says, hey, we're going to sell 1 billion copies of Blackest Night, so let's charge $8 for it.
Yeah.
That's not what anyone does at DC, and especially because, you can see there are events that don't sell right now. There are events that aren't hitting the numbers, and some of that is quality or price or whatever. It's got to be, I mean, Ivan Reis just, kicked the hell out of that book, and he delivered every page, and the book's longer than normal, and it's got a lot of stuff in it, but it's, I don't think anybody said, hey, let's price it at $3.99 just because it's a guaranteed set.
Okay, thanks guys.
You're welcome, thank you. But also, just want to say one thing, it's something that we're always thinking about. We don't take the pricing for granted, and we don't think we can just raise everything and expect everybody to come along, okay? Next up.
Hi, Ralph and Sue Dibney.
Anything?
What is the full, is he, what?
Has anybody not read Blackest Night?
8.
Anybody not read 8?
It's up to you.
I don't mean to spoil it.
Don't.
Spoiler alert!
Okay,
Okay, the good part is that we had an over and under on the Ralph and Sue question, and the over won, okay?
Also, Wednesday Comics 2. The first one was great.
Well, Wednesday, we're looking at that right now. We've got the trade, the collection of Wednesday Comics coming out in May, I believe. I've got a sample of it, and let me tell you, it is one of the most spectacular looking collections that we put out to date. It is absolutely beautiful. The better paper, the way it's presented really brings all those artists to life on the pages, and couldn't be more proud of that. And how that works is really going to see whether or not we proceed with the second Wednesday Comics or not.
Are there any characters and stories in mind for if you do a second one?
None of that at all, because it's really built around the talent. It's built around, we ask them what they want to do. Okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm really glad that you guys are starting to do DC entertainment, because it's like Jeff said, everyone likes seeing Batman and Superman movies, but I mean, when you read the comic books of other heroes, you're kind of wondering, man, this would be awesome if this was a movie, or like, man, this part right here would be awesome to see in the theaters. So, and I personally, I think it kind of sucks that Marvel has come out with more movies than you guys, because I've always wanted DC to come out with more movies. So I'm just really glad that you guys are starting to look at that and move forward with it.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, can I just interrupt for 1 second? I just got handed a note. Who asked the question about the trades? The first question up? First question up on the trades?